If the feud between 50 Cent and Ja Rule was made into a series, it would probably be as good as Power. This beef, which got started way back in 1999, has grown into a bitter and intriguing battle between the two rappers. And it all started when Ja was shooting the music video for Murder for Life. While on set for this music video, Ja was robbed at gunpoint for his chain, and it turned out that the culprit was an associate of 50 Cent. Even though Ja's man eventually gets back the chain, the rapper added 50 Cent to his blacklist because of this incident. In his 2005 biography, From Pieces to Weight, 50 explains himself like a gentleman. My man robbed him for a chain, and then this guy named Brown came and got the chain back for Ja. Later, Ja saw me in a club with the kid who robbed him. I went over to say what's up to Ja, and he acted like he had a problem with me. But I'm not the one who robbed him. Fifth had a very valid point. He wasn't the one who robbed Ja, and he for sure didn't instruct his associate to rob him. But he wasn't going to take Ja's insult like a lying dog, so we sent out shots to the rapper in the song Life's on the Line.
Murder, I don't believe you murder. Fuck around and leave you murder. I don't believe you murder, your life's on the line.
50 was smart enough not to call Ja by name in the song, but everyone knew that the murder chant was no doubt a dig at the rapper. Shortly after this diss track, the tensions between the rappers slowly climbed to an all-time high. In 2000, they were both booked to perform at an Atlanta club, but rather than give the fans a performance like they deserved, there was an altercation between the two. Thankfully, nobody got injured during the fight, but that was about to change. In March 2000, Ja was tired of waiting around for 50 to make a move, so when he got word that the rapper was at the Hit Factory Studios in New York, he decided to pay his greatest enemy a visit. As you would expect, 50 and his team didn't back down on seeing Ja, and this led to a full-blown fight between Fifth and Ja's teams, eventually causing 50 to suffer a stab wound. After the fight, Ja Rule and another Murder Inc. rapper, Black Child, were arrested, but this wasn't the justice that 50 wanted. The story from this point pretty much becomes one-sided. 50 would go on to release the masterpiece album, Get Rich or Die Trying, and establish himself as one of the most prominent rappers in the early 2000s. The album also contained what many consider to be one of the greatest diss songs ever, Wanksta, and it was directed towards nobody else but Ja Rule.
Down, you say you a gangster, but you never pop nothing. You say you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting. You go to the dealership, but you don't never cop nothing. You've been hustling a long time.
50 Cent got so serious with Ja that he even took the time to explain who a wankster is during an interview with MTV. He said, "A wankster is a gangster that doesn't progress, someone that just goes through the cycle constantly. Most gangsters' actions are for finances. They're motivated by money, the root of all evil. But how are you gangster and you're not getting any money? You're going back and forth to jail, and you're telling stories like, yeah, I'm gonna get this BMW, and then we go see you at the car lot and you're there looking at the BMW and you still don't get it." But this feud wasn't entirely a bed of roses for 50. In November 2002, Irv Gotti claimed that 50 had signed an order of protection against Ja Rule due to the fight at Hit Factory. The point of this was to paint Fifth as an informant or police pet, thereby hurting his street credibility. But not only did Fifth deny the allegations, it did nothing to affect the growing career of the rapper at the time. After the accusation, 50 went all out and released I Smell Pussy.
So you smell that? What's that?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, Irv?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, Ja?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, Blay?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, Ty? Y'all niggas is pussy. I'm ballin' now, nigga, now watch me. Watch me.
This song was a diss at Ja, Irv Gotti, Black Child, and Cadillac Tar, all of whom were under Murder Inc. at the time. This was bad. 50 had involved a bunch of other guys who had no business with the feud, and this was about to backfire. On the 16th of January 2003, the offices of Violator Records and Violator Management, which managed 50 at the time, became a crime scene. The offices were shot by unknown gunmen, but no employee suffered any injury. Even though no leads were found and no arrests were made, it didn't take a genius to see that this was tied to the beef with Ja Rule. While all of this happened, Ja was playing the quiet game in the background, saying nothing publicly, yet plotting his moves. Then he dropped Loose Change, and the entire trajectory of the feud changed.
On ya, love is what you crave, so on your grave, it's gonna read here live 50 who snitched on minutes. The $50 that nickeled and dimed and died like penny.
This wasn't just a diss song aimed at 50 Cent. Ja Rule also took shots at Eminem, Busta Rhymes, Dr. Dre, Chris Lighty, and quite surprisingly, Haley Jade, Eminem's daughter.
Shut up, Em, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up?
This was a call for war, and it was clear to every hip-hop fan that Ja had crossed a very sensitive line. Known to never turn the other cheek, Eminem hopped on a Ja diss track with 50 and Busta Rhymes, a track which came out just 1 week after Loose Change.
You ain't no killer, you a pussy. That ecstasy done got you all emotional and mushy. Bitches wearing rags and photos. Ja's words being quoted in the source, stealing pop shit like he just wrote it. You loud mouths, pray to God, hoping no one's listening. 50 coming for me. Oh my God, my position, no one will pay attention to me, please, got it.
Hail Mary was an instant hit for all the right reasons. It verbally destroyed Ja's career, and it was done over Tupac's Hail Mary beat, a reference to the fact that Ja Rule claimed to be the next Tupac. It was a hurtful diss, but Ja Rule didn't back down either. He responded with Guess Who Shot Ya, rapping over a Biggie beat.
If 50 call the cops, once he heard mad shots, send me in the drop, SLP, one electrical tape around your old school, new school, give a fuck though. I burn niggas up that disrespect, yo, and niggas on the aisle gon' buck.
Then his next and fifth studio album, Blood in My Eye, also had a ton of snide remarks toward 50 and G-Unit. From this point, the beef pretty much became silent. However, in 2011, Ja got in trouble for tax evasion, a crime which got him 28 months in prison. 50 Cent naturally was overjoyed at this news, and he used this opportunity to take another jab at his rival. 2 years later, this feud takes on a really interesting twist. In September 2013, Ja and Gotti appeared on Hot 97 and admitted that he and Murder Inc. lost the battle to 50 and G-Unit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And see, now we're in such a thing, and I'm happy that we can talk about it. Right. Yeah, we took.
But here's what it is. It was orchestrated very well. He was a part of the juggernauts at that moment. Eminem, Dre. They were very, very big. And what they were doing as well. So as we were big over on our side, they were also big on our side, on their side. And as everything started to crumble for us, as far as we didn't have a label as a home anymore, you understand? There was a lot of things that were falling apart for us. It was easy for him to get people to turn on
bulldoze,
right? And there was things that were behind the scenes that y'all don't see that also made us seem more irrelevant.
Just 2 months after this admittance of defeat, it looked like the long feud had finally come to an end after Ja posted on Twitter that they were both on the same flight. After the flight, Ja granted another interview where he claimed that the beef was now behind them. This was the perfect ending, right? Well, 50 didn't exactly feel the same way as Ja. In fact, he had some new tricks up his sleeves. In 2018, Fifth bought 200 front row tickets for a Ja Rule show in Texas and failed to appear, leaving the seats empty. This made it appear that Ja was simply rapping to a bunch of empty seats. Taking this pettiness to a new level, Fifth posted a Photoshop picture of himself at the show with the caption, "What a show, I mean just fucking great. Do it again, my kid went to the restroom, LOL." Ja Rule, on the other hand, was pretty unfazed about the whole thing, even going to boast on Twitter that he got on 50's skin. This then became a social media war, with both rappers trolling themselves at every opportunity. In early 2018, it almost appeared like Ja Rule was having the time of his life just by trolling 50 on Twitter. But if you know anything about 50, it's the fact that he's without a doubt the biggest troll in the hip-hop scene. In a viral Instagram video from 2019, 50 makes fun of Ja, poking that the rapper didn't even know how to breathe right. At this point, we've got to ask, Isn't this beef petty and overstretched at this point? Well, according to an April 2023 interview, Ja thinks their current relationship is not as bad as it used to be, signaling for the second time that this decades-old beef might be behind them.
Okay.
If 50 Cent was walking here right now, what do you think will happen?
Well, nothing, obviously.
Exactly! I'm saying. We don't have an issue.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem.
Well, okay, because
We
I
really don't.
remember.
However, after appearing on Piers Morgan Uncensored in 2024, Ja appeared to be singing a new tune, in which he claims that he beat 50 Cent in a fight.
Things, like I said, there's no message to be sent.
Who would,
There's no-
out of interest, who would win if you had a fight?
That's happened already too, Piers. So
Really?
You got to do your research, man.
Well, I did a bit of
yeah,
research. I knew that
yeah.
various members of your gangs had traded, but you've actually had a physical fight with him, have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who won?
Absolutely. Yeah. I did. Piers, come on.
Really?
Man.
Interestingly, Ja Rule also insisted that 50 was the only one involved in the beef, saying the G-Unit rapper took every chance to say something about him. This back and forth makes us wonder if this classic feud will ever end, or if both rappers are in fact enjoying it. But who knows? It might just be as 50 already predicted. Southside rules applies, it's never over. We may take a break, but it ain't over till one of us gone. So, until either 50 or Ja Rule is dead, the feud just might never end.